Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm-hmm. 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 Wait, what am I doing? I can't speak French. Hello there, Nate Jackson, Criterion Collection Reviewer guy of all sorts of places and peoples and more supplements. Finally rounding out our Antoine Doinel experience with the supplements disc for the Adventures of Antoine Doinel. Alright, so there's two films, they're two longer features. Les Mistons, which was Francois Truffaut's first, his first real film, as he calls it, but it actually was his second film, which is an 18-minute short film that he did in 1957, and it was a film. It's honestly, it doesn't really, it didn't really make too much sense. It was kind of just more of a, it felt more like an actual, more of an experiment, but with a little bit of a storyline. From what I can gather, it's about these boys who follow this woman around and just basically wreak havoc on her, just like, play tricks on her and all that. And when they find out that she has a boyfriend, they razz them for kissing and all that, and like the narrator, who I guess is grown up by this point, like, reflects on his time as a kid and how like they just didn't understand love or something like that. So yeah, it wasn't the kind of, I thought at this point, Truffaut was sort of almost, flawless, the way he calls Renoir, Truffaut calls Renoir flawless, or like you can't make a bad movie, And I thought that was the case for him up until I saw this little short film. Now his his feature films are probably really good, and it was his first real film, so maybe the first ones you can't really quote those or count on those. But anyway, I digress. The other big thing that's on here is a 44-minute interview, or edited together interview. Was it Claude de Givray and Bernard Revon, who co-wrote a lot of Francois Truffaut's movies, and they did an interview in '86 where they talked about him. And it was for a documentary on French film, I think, and they only used a few minutes of the interview. And Criterion found the masters and edited together just a little mini movie about, with the interviews, and just put together a little thing about him with, all that. Basically talking about, the films. It basically discusses the Antoine Doinel films, as well as just the way Truffaut works. Not bad. Let's see what else is there. There's a little short introduction for Les Mistons by film historian Serge Toubania. And then there's a short excerpt. There's a 25-minute excerpt from a documentary, Francois Truffaut, which was done in '61, where he talks about his beginnings, and it was pretty early on. So the only two films I believe he had made at that time was 400 Blows and Shoot the Piano Player. So it's pretty early, and he obviously looks really young, the youngest we've seen him in most of the interviews in this box set. And he talks about Les Mistons, of course. Then there's another interview where he talks about, from 1981, where he talks about working with Jean-Pierre Léaud on films like Day for Night, and of course the 400 Blows and all that. And then there's some art gallery, and then there's an art gallery. And yes, with that, we conclude The Adventures of Antoine Doinel. Thank you for sticking out with me. I really enjoy these movies. These are actually pretty good, even for all the weird confusions with the plot that I lost. I want to watch them again because I want to get them. And in fact, there were aspects of the movies that I got from watching these supplements, such as the gay guy in Stolen Kisses. I couldn't pick up that he was gay. It totally got lost on me. So, now I really want to watch it again, but I'd already turned it back to the library, so I'm getting my own copy of this. It is on the wish list. So, Adventures of Antoine Doinel, done. Alright, and that's it for today. Finally, God, 3 videos in one day. Man, but at least it's all taken care of. That set is totally reviewed here. Have something for you to watch and all that. Alright, and then so what's next? The White Sheik, number 189, The White Sheik. Fellini's White Sheik is coming. I hope that it'll be in either tomorrow or Thursday because I want to do it Thursday night. It's a really short movie, and yeah, so I want to do it Thursday night. And then this Sunday, oh, I didn't tell you. Originally my plans were that, obviously I told you this weekend I was going out of town. This is not happening until the next week. So the weekend of the 9th, I will be reviewing movies. The 10th, I will do, maybe actually even Friday night, I might do another one. I might do Kurosawa's Throne of Blood, if that one comes in by then. Otherwise, we'll do Kurosawa's Throne of Blood on Sunday. And then a Jubilee, Derek Jarman's Jubilee is on its way. I think that's number 191. Number 192, Rainer Volkweider's, I forget his name. The same guy who directed Lost Honor of Katharina Bloom. Coup de Grace, I could not get from the library. So I was kind of freaking out. However, I'm able to I got a Hulu Plus account, so I can actually use that to watch the Criterion movies that I'm unable to get from the library. I looked it up, and apparently there were just a couple of interviews with the directors, and so I'm missing out on that, which sucks, but at least I'll be able to do the movie for you guys. And yeah, so hopefully, and maybe if I like it, I'll buy it and review it here. But yeah, so, and yeah, that one's still in print. The one after that, Quas de Temporis, I forget the name of it. That one's on its way, but that one's out of print, so I'm glad I was able to find a copy of that. And then after that, I think is Il Posto, and then some other films, and then yeah, we are almost done, guys. It's almost over. We are already at number 189 on Thursday. And yeah, I gotta get started on figuring out which movies I really dug and which ones I stunk, because I want to do my 28 showdown, just because I had fun doing the first one and editing that all together. And yeah, so anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you so much for sticking in there. And Antoine Doinel, you're the man. And Francois Truffaut, you are the man when you're not directing Les Mistons. Sorry. And we'll see you hopefully Thursday for The White Sheik. And until then, goodbye.